struggle with my sleep. I have to take medication to sleep from a brain injury, which was a ruptured brain aneurysm. So I kind of been messed up for a couple weeks. Hopefully gonna get it straightened out today. So I don't even know what's been going on very much on YouTube. And the ice is off the lake, which I figured it would be by now. Lake DeSmet. It's just a couple miles out from Buffalo. We've actually had some decent weather lately. Our nights still get pretty damn cold though. Usually in the 20s. That'll be the first thing I do, and then I'll go to Devil's Tower after that. Still my plan. Just this sleeping thing has been crazy. I wish I didn't have to rely on a med for sleep, but that's the way it is. Did get a little bit of sleep early this morning, but not really good sleep. I don't know how to explain that one. It's like I'm half awake. Anyway, enough about me. It sure is a beautiful day. Now I hope we get some rains, because that'll really green things up. Because between Buffalo and Sheridan, when we get some rain, it just pops green. It's beautiful. And we drop about 1,000 feet in elevation from Buffalo to Sheridan. Sheridan is a nice little city in Wyoming. One of my favorites, actually. I've lived in Sheridan a couple times and liked it. But I prefer the small town life a little better. And Buffalo sits right by the mountains. I mean, we're right there. 5 minutes and I'm up in the mountains. Sheridan, I either have to drive to Dayton, Wyoming and go up on 14, or I have to drive back to Buffalo and go on 16. So that's why I picked Buffalo. That's the Bootjack Ranch over here on the right, and it goes all the way towards the mountains, which is on the left hand side of the road. talk about being really in the mountains, that kind of is. It's right in the pine trees. And there's also a fish hatchery up there, and I think I'll take a trip there when they start doing their thing, so you guys can see some trout. We have another fish hatchery over by Tinsley too. This one does a little more, I think. The bugs are starting to come out. And the trees are starting to get a little, you can't see them, but these are all cottonwoods down by the creek here. They're starting to bud a little bit. That's how far behind we are here. You guys are probably mowing your yards already and planting stuff, and we're not even thinking about it yet. And I see some snow up here ahead yet. Just a little patch. What do I have? I got 56 for temperature. Prairie dog town right off to the right of me, which, yeah, I can't stop and show you because I'm headed to the doctor. Speed limit 75, but everybody drives faster. Like I just go a little under 80. I don't want a ticket. In my newspaper, we have the speed demon of the week. It's kind of funny, and I'm surprised you'll see people that are going over 100. Usually Sheridan is greener than we are because it's lower. We'll see if that happens when we get closer to Sheridan. I don't like doctor's appointments, but oh well. There's a fault line that runs through here. See over that way, the ground kind of sloughs off. When it gets wet, it really does that. It actually closed the highway between Sheridan and Story years ago, all the way through. Now you can't drive through there like you used to. And this is the crazy part. The day that happened, I had just drove through there with my pickup, and on the highway there was like a foot drop where the highway just kind of sunk down, and I had my truck, so I went over it, but I think it was the next day after that it was closed. Never has opened up, and that's been a long time ago. Tell we're dropping down now. Maybe not, but it's more rolling hills. They're not as steep. Just right above Sheridan and not far out of Sheridan is 2 coal mines. So Wyoming is known for their low sulfur coal. In fact, we're sitting right on coal bed all through here. All the way through Gillette, past Gillette. It's the Powder River coal bed. I'm trying to figure out why the interstate is discolored a little. I'm wondering if they didn't put some of that magnesium stuff on it if it got icy a while back. The state sprayed it. I don't know. It's weird. Never seen that before. In the spring, if we do get snow, which we can still get snow, it's usually a heavy, wet snow. Basically, in most of the winter, it's a dry snow, but spring is different. I still gotta get a new phone case. I hope this summer we get some rains. Last summer it was beautiful because it stayed green all summer long here in Wyoming, which is unusual. Usually about the first part of July, things start drying up, and when you drive between Buffalo and Sheridan, everything's brown. We still get a thunderstorm or two, but we don't get much rain in the summer here. Last summer was unusual. And we sure don't have the snowpack this year, so that's kind of worrisome because that's where we get all our water. History things that we want to do around here too. We got a lot of old history, battles and wars around here, military posts, old military posts from the 1800s. Right in my town was one of them, and there's one right by Story. That one's Fort Phil Kearny. And the one in Buffalo is Fort Phil McKinley. We're getting close to Sheridan. part of June, and we are going to take a little trip through Wyoming, mostly the western part of the state. drop down into Sheridan. Shop. There's a Walmart, bigger grocery stores. It's always a little cheaper. Sheridan has an airport, bigger one, so you can get flights out of Sheridan. In and out, I should say. Cams and look at the road conditions. And this is Sheridan. There's a college here. I went to this college. On the trees. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, my internet is finally fixed too, so that's a good thing. There's a nice visitor center off not this exit, but the next one. Really nice visitor center, rest area. That gold dome on the left was the Sheridan College sports dome. To go into Thermopolis, and this will be a good time to do it before it gets really hot in the summer, because the Thermopolis area in Whirling, yeah, they can get into hundreds a lot in the summer. This is always fun to get on right here. So if I went to the right, I could go all the way to Clearmont on the highway. It's almost like they need a traffic light here. I've said that more than once. You can imagine what this is like in the summer. This is a busy one. I usually get gas over here too. It's cheaper than my town. And that's an old flour mill. This is Coffeen Avenue. Surprisingly, one of the busiest streets in Wyoming, they say. And this is where you turn to go to Walmart. The other end of town is kind of neat too. There's a Winchester factory over there. Over here. In the lower 60s. Goose Creek runs through Sheridan. This is headed towards downtown Main Street on Sheridan. I'm turning off before that. I'm probably going to turn this off. I'm almost to my doctor's office. And I hope you guys are all having a great day.